Miss W, she'll finish up the pipe there. So one thing you want to do before you backfill is you want to bed your pipe in. You don't have to do the whole thing, but every couple feet or so and stomp it in. Because when you're backfilling with machinery, you don't know what's going on in the trench sometimes, and the dirt's so heavy you can hit it and knock it out of line. You can break a fitting. Now if you're in soil that has a lot of rocks in it, you want to bed the whole thing and get a good couple 3-4 inches of dirt on top of it, because a big boulder will roll in. It'll crush pipe like this, and it just breaks your heart. Get everything fine graded and backfilled and turn it on, and then a week later you see you've got a leak and you got to dig it all up and go rent the machine again. So it's worth it to take a minute to do that.
Oh, looks like we'll have to cut it here, babe. What have you done to this?
Got a push button on it.
Okay, so about here?
Yeah, looks great. Okay, see that area right there where you chewed that all up?
Yeah.
That won't seal.
Not with the glue and everything?
Mm-mm. So you want to, when you're cutting this, you want to make sure, sometimes I put my thumb on here, make sure you get a clean cut. See how I don't have that chewed up there?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
These are all those important things, huh? Do you want to mention that in the video?
I think I just did.
Oh, I didn't know you were filming.
There you go. You put that on and I'll grab the plug.
Okay.
So we've got our 80 feet of water line in, and I made a mistake. We went to Home Depot last night. Another date. And I didn't get the fittings to make this hard angle, and it's your fault. I was so distracted by your loveliness in the plumbing section that I forgot what I was doing. So what we're going to do is I've just worked up a cap right here. Miss W's got that. We'll just put a cap on it, cap it, get the water on it so you're not without water today.
That's right.
And then next time when we go back into town, we'll pick up those fittings, and then we'll put that second hydrant right there.
And hopefully our local store, we went to a couple different stores before we hit Home Depot, but they just didn't have what we needed. Oh, like my nails? How long will that stay?
I don't know why you have to, you and your makeup and all your fingernail polish and all that.
All that purple primer.
All right. Let's
hold that?
Yeah, we'll put this last one on and I'll turn the water in. The reason why I want to get this backfilled because I got the tractor stuck, and we need the tractor for other things today. So we'll go ahead, prime that up there.
Okay. Here he comes. I'm guessing he's going to be filling the trench with dirt. Yep, so that's what he's doing there. So you can see it's like a 3-foot hole. That doesn't sound like, look like such a good idea to me. Apparently he knows more than I do about this kind of thing. And there he goes. Now I can close my gate. I was a little worried there when you were crossing the trench.
I should have put the bucket on before we painted ourselves into a quarter. But, forks are good for lots of things.
Good job, babe.
I buried the end of the pipe a little bit to dig that out.
Okay.
have the air conditioning on.
I do.
So the previous owners have left us a little small pile here of red volcanic rock. So this will be really good. We'll put this around the hydrant so that they drain really well. So if you can grab a shovel, and I'll scoop up as much as I can, we'll shovel a little bit in there and we'll go in there and backfill it.
Sounds great.
So the reason why we're going to put the round rock on here, I'll show you. So remember, right there is that little weep hole. Now go ahead and charge to the hydrant there.
Watch out, Ginge.
Just a little bit. Okay, close it. Okay, so now the standpipe's been charged, and you can see we've shut it off, and the water is draining out of the weep hole right there. And that's what keeps it from freezing. So if we backfilled this with dirt, that would clog up and it would no longer drain, and the valve would be destroyed. So what we want to do, and the reason why this is sitting up here high, is because I want to have lots of rock underneath there. So that's what we're going to dump in here now. So Mrs. W, can you bring the tractor up here really close and I'll shovel it in? We don't want to dump it in because it'll break the pipe.
Okay.
So I'll just have you come in right here, and then I'll lower it down, and I'll just shovel it in and pack it in by hand.
Okay.
So I've got another little project for us. So this is our satellite internet cable. When they came in, they swapped out new discs. Discs, is that right?
Yep.
Dishes. And they put this direct buried cable on top of the ground, and we've been needing to bury it. So we'll bury it really quick. So one thing you might see, or what makes a really good ground, is your underground plumbing if it's steel. And so you can see these guys, the satellite guys, what they did is they put this little clamp on here. It was on the other one, and used this for a ground. And we'll do the same thing here. Now newer pipes, it doesn't work anymore because they're plastic. But the old ones used to all be steel, and that was typically done. So that's what we're gonna do here. And of course you can see here, there's all the gravel for all of the hydrant to drain. So, all right, let's put in our...
I thought we'd bury it deeper.
I like them high so I don't have to bend over.
Is that deep enough it won't freeze?
Nope, 2 feet.
Okay. Hey baby, would you teach me how to run the backhoe?
The digger?
Yeah.
You wanna run the digger?
Of course I do. It's fun to learn.
All right, let's have you dig out in the field, not by the house.
What, you don't trust me?
It's not that I don't trust you, let's just in case. All right, go pull down over there, I'll meet you down there.
All right.
So how was it?
I don't know that I can hire out anytime soon. But I definitely, you know, it takes me a while. I haven't done this before, so I have to think through everything, but I was understanding the motions much more at the end than the beginning.
You did. I think you did really good. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think you might need to refill the hole, though.
I could do that.
It's amazing. This is full of rocks. Over there, the soil is nice, and over here, it's so rocky.
Yeah, it's different. Everywhere I dig, I find something different.
Yeah.
But yeah, you did good. You know, it's just 3 or 4 hours on it. You would know enough that you could dig a trench, and you only get better with it. So
it's probably a good thing you had me here instead of by the house.
This is a little challenging for me because this is John Deere controls, which the first machine that I ran was John Deere controls, and that's probably when I was about 18 or 19, and then I've ran Caterpillar controls, so there's 2 movements that are switched, and so it took me a minute yesterday to get my mind clicked in and to go back and forth. But yeah, I think you did good. Do you want to dig the line for the satellite dish?
I might let you do that.
All right.
I might need some more pasture practice.
All right. Well, I'll dig that one, and you can be my spotter then.
Sounds good.
All right.
So it's been some time since I've had a really good rant, but I'm in the mood for a rant because, well, I'm just going to come out and let's just take this head on. All right, this is for all of you crybaby whining sissies who can't have an opinion other than your own on a video. End card specifically, my referencing different things that God has done for me, Bible quotes or what have you. I'm going to call this individual subscriber out by name because he publicly commented and he has his name on his YouTube channel. I'll paraphrase here, but Peter Ripson specifically, and I'm singling him out, picking him out, not because he's the worst, but because he is atypical of so many people that have contacted me about this type of content that I'm doing at the end of the videos. And basically what he says here, I'll just paraphrase, it's kind of sad now. I find I have to stop watching every video about 4/5 of the spot. I love watching, but I really don't need a religious lesson. And goes on and on and on, that type of thing. So here's the deal. I guess, are you kidding me? How do I do this without singling out Peter? My phone's ringing. I'm all fired up here. Are you so soft, Peter? Are you so fragile that this is really a burden to you, that you have to take time out of your day and compose this email and send it to me complaining, and all the while you tell me in this comment that I'm not telling you what to do, and the whole time you tell me what I should be doing, telling me what I should do on my channel, what content I should put up, what's objectionable, what's not. What is it that's so offensive to you? Is it that I promote that children should honor their parents? Promote that we should be kind to one another and not murder our neighbors when we get angry? That I promote a healthy marriage, loving your wife, and not going out and committing adultery with some strange woman? Is it offensive that I promote a good, healthy, honest lifestyle where we shouldn't steal or lie to people or covet the things that our neighbor has? Which one of these things is so objectionable? Which one of these things is so offensive to you? I'll tell you what it is. It's got nothing to do with any of that. And it's not only you, Peter, but it's all the other ones that leave comments similar. The reason why you don't like to hear these things is because somewhere deep down inside of you, you know they're true. And you don't want them to be true because then it's going to require something of you. And that is the reason why we don't want to hear it. That's the reason why most people don't want to hear it. And you can claim, no, I'm a person of science, I'm a person of intellect. All of that's nonsense. Because I'll tell you what, smarter people than you and smarter people than me have understood that God is real. So, using those things, that is not an argument against the truth. What it is it's a Band-Aid to cover or to hide, or a cloak or a refuge to hide away from those things that you know deep down inside are absolutely true. So I don't come from the point where I think that because I am a believer of the gospel that I am of inferior intellect or using it as a crutch. No, it's not me that's following. It's not me that is small-minded. It's you that is denying the truth. The real thinking man, the real person who's honest in their heart and in their soul, will take a look at these things and consider them, and not just spew or parrot criticisms or dogmas about things they have no understanding of. So I'm not going to. This annoys me to no end. I mean, I wouldn't say that I don't know if I'm annoyed or frustrated. I think I'm just done with it. I'm done with apologizing. I'm done with all the criticism. And I want to say to you, Peter Ripson, grow up. Grow up, you big baby. Because that's what you are. And your likes are big babies. You can't handle a guy. I haven't preached to anyone. I haven't got up on a soapbox or and talked down to anyone or tried to make someone feel bad or come off as I was superior to anyone. I have always said that I am the chief of sinners. And all of these things that I talk about are my personal experiences, what God has done for me. If you want to follow Christ, you go ahead and do it. If you don't, I don't care. People email me all the time and say, well, yeah, I'll bet if I was next to you or I was your neighbor as an atheist or a Muslim, you wouldn't even give me the time of day. Nonsense. I couldn't care less about that. I couldn't care less about that. I judge a person off their character. And just because someone doesn't attend the same church that I do or adhere to the same creeds or code that I do, it doesn't mean that God isn't working in their life. I can go back into the Old Testament and see example after example of men that didn't even know they were doing the will of God, and the whole time being guided by His very hand. So who am I to judge someone that lives next to me that is a Mormon, or an atheist, or a Mohammedan, or a Seventh-day Adventist, or a Jehovah's Witness? So it doesn't make any difference. That's not my concern. I know what my truth is. I know what God has spoken to me and the truth that He has shown me, and I have to follow that. But I can't speak for my neighbor. I can't speak for you. But grow up a little bit. Are you so soft and such a big baby that you can't handle a little message or something or of good news or something that God has done for someone in their lives? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I can't. Our forefathers, pioneers, and men who went to war and combat would see that this level of whininess and crying and can't handle someone who has an opinion other than their own. They'd be ashamed. Shame on you, Peter. Shame on you, Peter Ripson, and all of those like you. Grow up. Believe what you want. Follow your own creed. But don't come on my channel and tell me what I need to be doing. I'm not doing that to you. Show some respect. And show open mind. Have you actually investigated yourself? Or are you simply just parroting the things that you've been taught by your parents or in college or peers or friends? Makes me mad. Makes me mad. I'm righteously indignant. There's nothing wrong with that, right? All right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video.